Most people would walk right past a wheat penny without a second look. It's small, brown, worn down, and looks like it's worth just 1 cent. But what if I told you that one ordinary-looking wheat penny has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and rarer versions could be worth life-changing money? Today, we're exposing a penny that has shocked collectors all over the world, the 1952 wheat penny. A coin so common on the surface, yet hiding secrets that have cost people millions because they didn't know what they were holding. Before you spend, trade, or ignore another old penny, watch this video carefully. Because by the end, you might realize the most valuable coin you'll ever own is already sitting in your house. Let's start with the truth nobody tells you. Wheat pennies are not all the same. Yes, millions were made. Yes, most are worth only a few cents. But certain wheat pennies, especially the right year, the right mint, and the right era, are in a completely different league. And the 1952 penny is one of the most misunderstood coins of all. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which you can identify by the small D mint mark just below the year 1952 on the front of the coin. At first glance, it looks ordinary. Abraham Lincoln on the front, 2 wheat stalks on the back. Nothing flashy. But here's where things get interesting. In 1952, the US Mint was under heavy pressure. America was coming out of war. Demand for coins was exploding, and mint workers were producing coins at extremely high speeds. That rush created mistakes, and mistakes are where big money lives. Most people never look closely at their pennies. Collectors do. The first thing that determines value is condition. If your 1952 wheat penny is heavily worn, dark, scratched, or damaged, it may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. But if it's clean, sharp, and shows strong details in Lincoln's face and hair, the value jumps fast. Uncirculated examples, coins that never entered everyday use, can sell for $50, $100, or more, depending on color and grading. But condition alone isn't what creates shock prices. Errors do. And this is where people lose fortunes. One of the most valuable varieties of the 1952 penny is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck with a misaligned die, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. Look closely at the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1952. If the letters look thick, shadowed, or doubled, you may be holding something extremely rare. Strong double die wheat pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and prices keep climbing as fewer examples are found. Another massive value booster is the off-center strike. If your 1952 penny was struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted, collectors go crazy for it. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. Some off-center wheat pennies have sold for $5,000 to $20,000, even with wear. Then there's the error most people don't even believe exists. The wrong metal error. Wheat pennies from 1952 were supposed to be made of copper, but in rare cases, planchets from other metals were accidentally used. These mistakes slipped past quality control and entered circulation. A wheat penny struck on the wrong metal is one of the rarest coin errors in US history. Coins like this have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and similar wheat penny errors from nearby years have crossed the $1 million mark at auction. That's not hype. That's real auction history. And here's the scary part. Most people never check the weight of their penny. A normal 1952 wheat penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, that's a huge red flag in a good way. This simple test alone has turned ordinary people into serious collectors overnight. Another overlooked detail is die cracks and cut errors. Look for raised lines, cracks, or blobs of metal on the coin. These are signs the minting die was damaged, and damaged dies create rare coins. Even small die cracks can add value. Large cut errors can push prices into the thousands. Now let's talk about something emotional. Family collections. So many valuable wheat pennies are found in jars passed down from parents or grandparents. Coins saved during hard times. Coins nobody thought were worth checking. Collectors have found 5-figure and 6-figure pennies sitting untouched for decades. That's why this video matters. Because the 1952 wheat penny proves one thing very clearly. Value hides in plain sight. A coin doesn't need to be gold. It doesn't need to be shiny. It doesn't need to look rare. It just needs the right story and the right mistake. And the coin world is full of people who once owned a fortune and spent it for 1 cent. Before you ignore your pennies, check them.